Hi, I'm Michael from Lumapix. We're going to show what remote storage looks like in Lumapix Yearbook Fusion. I'll begin by creating a project from scratch. I'll say I want to make an 8.5 by 11 yearbook, let's say. I'll just quickly throw a layout together, going into my collection of papers and dragging a paper texture into the background, finding a frame, and these are store elements that we're working with here, so they are being downloaded from the Lumapix store. And I'll find an image. Just go with, let's say, this image here, and drag and drop it to the canvas. And finally, I'll add a little bit of text down here which says a quick demo. So far I've been working locally. The image was taken from my hard drive. I didn't have to upload anything to the web in order to see it in this frame. The font which I'm using is somewhat unusual. I'm starting off with Arial, but let me just choose a font which most people would not have on their website, on their computer, such as, let's say, curls, in an unusual font. Okay, I'll just make that text black so it's easier to see. And we're ready to illustrate what happens when I save this to the cloud. I'm going to say save as, and choose not local storage but remote storage. And by clicking on remote storage, I'll see, you can tell that something is happening with the web down here. I'll see a list of projects that are on the web, so I'll call this cloud storage. And what's happening now is that the project is being uploaded from my machine to the cloud. In this case it's an Amazon S3 server. The frame is just a reference to the frame that already existed in the Lumapix store. The paper, likewise, it didn't begin life on my computer. It began life as a paper texture that was available from the Lumapix repository. But my font is unusual. The recipient of this is not guaranteed to have that font installed on his machine when he first starts working with the project. And certainly the picture is something that was on my hard drive, and the other user definitely does not have. So what I'm going to do is say to my partner Michael, who's at the other end of an internet connection, okay, go look for the project called Cloud Storage. I need to close the project at my end, otherwise he would be told that the project is locked. He's going to download it at his end and make a modification, so he will not pull down the paper or the smart frame from me. They weren't uploaded from me to the cloud because they were just references to the already online store content. But he will pull down that unusual font, and he will pull down the photograph of the kid drinking. He's writing a message now. A quick demo in an unusual font, right. Please use a different unusual font, one that I likely don't have. I've asked him not to close the project to illustrate what happens if I try to work on the project before he's finished working with it. So he's made a modification, and he'll be saving it up to the cloud now, but I've asked him not to close down work, because that's typical. He'll work, save something, work, save something, and if I were to load it and to begin working on it while he believes he has control over it, then there would be problems. So he's saving the project, keeping it locked, and what we should see, if I say File, Open on the remote storage, is the project which we called Cloud Storage, and you'll notice, boy, he's made some changes, and there's a lock icon. So until he closes it, that's going to continue to be locked, and I will not be able to open it. Okay, unlock now, please. So I'll just close and reopen this dialog. And we see that he's unlocked. So I'll just tell him thank you, and we'll load this project up. So it gets pulled down from the cloud. There's my picture. That's definitely an unusual font, and the paper texture is, again, that's one that I did not have. on my machine before. So what you're seeing is ping pong. It's a remote collaboration where two users are working together on a project at a distance. One of them has to own the project at any given moment, but it's easy to collaborate, and this could take place in an internet cafe, in a classroom, at somebody's home, on a private computer. It's all good. Thank you.